previous video, well, that's live stream, we kind of, well, we glued up this top. All right, where are you? You're there. Okay, we glued up this top to put onto this little side table. Now, this little side table was painted, and I've managed to remove most of the old crappy old paint. I kind of clamped and glued it up just to get it usable, you know, to make it into a usable table. But the idea that I was going to be able to make this into a lovely wooden table with lovely wooden finish with lots of varnish, you know, verdi and all that. I think it's for the birds. I really do. Anyway, let me grab a light because it's a bit dark, isn't it? I'm a bit dark. Blimey. Okay, I've got a light just here. So the thing is, you see, I thought myself, instead of actually trying to create a refurbished piece of furniture, I thought let's make an upcycled piece of furniture. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to clean the legs up a bit further. We're going to paint these legs, okay, again. I've defined them a little bit. I've managed to get rid of most of the little bits of paint. There's a bit more to do. And we're going to paint them grey, right? We're going to start off with some grey oil-based primer. So we're not using water-based stuff. Oil-based primer. And the top, which is oak, I'm thinking of ebonizing it. So it'd be like a black top, grey legs. That's what I'm thinking. I might change my mind, you know. I've got the top glued up there, all right? I'm thinking about having that is ebonized black. Just an idea. You might think I'm crazy, all right? But it ain't good enough condition for me to get this into, into a decent wooden finish. It just ain't. It's just, there's so many little dots of white paint over it. I have to dig it all out and stuff, and it's going to be an absolute nightmare. So it requires a bit more TLC. Let me just grab my... oh, actually, I don't need to. I've got my computer in there now. I'm just going to look on the computer just so I can see what is going on. Make sure I've got audio, just in case I'm talking to myself. Yeah, I don't want to do that. No, not today anyway. Well, I'll be there in a second. Okay, apparently I'm live. Have I got audio? Let's listen. Do we have audio? Yep. Okay, we do have audio. So that's a good start, isn't it? Right. Because that'd be a bit embarrassing if I'm talking to myself again. Yeah, it won't be the first time the missus talks about me. Anyway, so before we actually paint this, I just need to do a bit more TLC, I think. There's little bits over here, like bits of old glue I just noticed that need to be pared off. That's it, that's gone. All right. I've glued it up in particularly square, I must admit, but I should have actually took more care over that. But don't matter. I'm not that bothered. It's not for a customer. If it was for a customer, you know, I'd be, probably end up turning new feet on it and stuff like that because they're a little bit, a bit manky. But, you know, benefits for us, for a bit in the house and what have you. Maybe, I don't know what we're going to do with it, to be honest. You know, it's a little side table with barley twist legs. Yeah. And I never had the top for this one. Now, I've got another one in the house which I have restored to sort of near original, you know. Apart from I actually put a little bottom in it as well, so you've got something, you can put things on it, yeah. And I'm looking at it, it'll probably lend itself to a drawer in it, you know, here. Wouldn't it? But you would have to put some side, these apron pieces here, you'd have to make them lower. But now I've glued it up, I don't really want to do that. So, because, you know, I should have thought of that before, if that was my plan. So, anyway, for those who only just arrived, what I'm doing is I'm going to clean this up a little bit more, give it more sanding, and then I'm going to give this a coat of grey paint. I know, sacrilege and all that, but I'm going to give it a coat of grey paint, put that to one side and let that go off. It's going to take a little while to go off because I'm using oil-based paints. And then we'll clean up the top and ebonize it. Ebonize it, yes. Not real ebony, no. Because I see up here, you see, I've got places up here, you know, bits of white paint in there still, you know. I'm just going to get as much of it out as I can, and then hopefully we'll get a little bit more definition, you know. Like my chiseled face. I'll give up. Anyway, I'll need a bit of hacksaw blade in as well. Hacksaw, like a little scraper. They've got one there as well. It's not in very good condition. So whatever I do to it's going to be an improvement, I would hope. I don't want it usable, you know, you can't exactly use it with a big hole in the top. Things fall through, yeah. So, I don't know where it's going to go. But I don't really care, to be honest. It's going to go somewhere. In the day, it's somewhere now, isn't it? You know, it's in the workshop. You know, might even put it in my laser room. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't think I've got any room for that in there. Okay, some more white paint at the back here. So I'm just using the hacksaw blade as effectively a scraper, really. You know, in these little, these little grooves in the moulding, in the turning. It's quite a good little scraper. I just put the older paint out. Now, when I actually stripped this, I did actually use paint strippers. So the paint that's left is a little bit, had to put decayed anyway, not decayed, just sort of like broken down. So it is coming off really easily. But it's so much work if I want to get that back to wood, because I'm going to have to get all the stain out. There's all bitumen stain and stuff in there. It's nasty. Really is nasty. And I run fingers around here, it's all rough, and you know, it'd take absolutely forever to get that into any real condition to be able to varnish it all up. Plus there's a bit of Ebonizing there where the old iron's gone through. And either use iron nails. It doesn't help, you know. It really doesn't, though, when people use iron nails in oak. You know, but it makes things worse. It reacts, you see, it's iron sulfates and stuff. And that's basically what we're going to do when we ebonize it. The top, that is. So I think I'm nearly there. How far do I want to take it, you see? Means I'm only painting it. Right, so, yeah, I'm getting there. But these things are pretty good. When you're doing barley twists and what have you, just, you know, it's basically sanding, like a sanding coffee, a bit like a Brillo. No, it's like a Scotch-Brite bag, you know, like you'd use for doing your pots and pans. But this one's is for woodwork. You get them in various grits. And it's good just to get down this old barley twist. Yeah, I think so anyway. I think that's a plan. Squeaky, I know that much, yeah. I just noticed another little bit of paint. Let's get that off. Get off what I can while I can. Otherwise, I'll regret it later. Now, the first coat of paint on this is I'm going to look at that and I'm going to say, crikey, I've got a lump there, you know. So it will be rubbed down again and put a second coat on. So, just get rid of all these little lumps and bumps. Now, ideally, the legs will be cut off, returned, really. But I'm not going to. If it was for a customer, it'd be different. You know, I just need to get it out of the way, because I had it, it's been laying about ages, you know, and it's just literally getting in the way. So, and the missus has been nagging me. She wants me to do another little, like a kiddie's desk, French kiddie's desk, that she wants me to do something with. It's got like a metal frame and a top on it, but it's quite old. I quite like it, actually. It's got a little oak top on it, which is a bit shitty. So that frame will need to be cleaned up again. So, you know, and then we'll do something with the top. But I think I'm going to put a drawer in that. But this is just going to put the top on. Yeah, I think so. Just trying to make sure we get as much of the old lumpy white paint as we possibly can. A flapper wheel would be quite good in an electric drill or something. That would work quite well. Well, these work really well, you know. These pads are really good. First experience with these things when I was doing our plumbing log and that, and using them to clean up my copper pipes before soldering. You know? Well, these ones are sold for painting, you know, for sanding your wood. They do work. They're quite good, actually. And you get them different grits. This one's a bit worn now, actually. So, anyway, who we got in the old chat? I've got a computer now. Yeah. Oh, you're wonderful. Oh, you're wonderful too. There we go. Bring it up a bit bigger so I can see. I'll pop out the chat. 2 seconds. Put it into live chat. Live chat. There we go. There we go. Hope you're well. Ah, I can see it now from over here. That's better. I think so. Yeah. What am I doing? Well, I am cleaning up this old table ready to be painted. And then we will get on with the top, sort out doing the edge moulding and stuff like that. I'm not sure what moulding I'm going to put on it. It might just be a chamfer actually, because I'm sort of like doing a bit more, I don't know, sort of upcycling kind. Oh, I'm modernising it a little bit with the ebonised top. Yeah, I actually really love ebonised oak anyway. I think that's really nice. Because it's kind of black, but it's not. You get these little areas that show the wood and the grain. So I have a real pet hate with finishes that literally just look like syrup, like molasses all over your wood. Yeah, not great. No, and it's oh crikey, like saddlings, all those sort of finishes. I'm not a lover of them. No, they're okay when you put the first coat on. Second coat starts looking a little bit dismal. But when you get like the third coat, well, it doesn't look like wood anymore. It just looks like plastic. Yeah, I'm not a lover. No. It's I'm sorry to knock the microphone. There we go. There we go. There we are. Come down here. There's a few more little bits of white paint to come off. It's like I can get a bit pedantic with that, so I've got a little bit sensible. Because it's only going to be painted. Now you could use chalk paints and stuff if that's your thing. I just don't find they're very hard wearing. You know, they look nice. You know, but what are they? Chalk. Take differently. I might as well get a stick of chalk. Yeah, lime and stuff like that in it, you know. So I'm not keen on water-based finishes. Full stop. To be honest, sorry. I know a lot of the oil-based finishes aren't particularly environmental, but I actually disagree. If you've got a finish that lasts, ain't that more environmental? Because you only got to do it once instead of go up a million times. You know, it doesn't make no sense to me at all. It's a kind of about the greater good, isn't it? You know, yeah. Sometimes you can't make an omelette without breaking 2 eggs. You know, it's like preservatives, you know, for your woodwork and stuff like that. Sometimes you just have to use something that does the job. And I'm a bit of a greenie me anyway, and my gardening and stuff, I do it from pretty much bio, but I understand if somebody wants to, I'm not going to belittle somebody because they feel they can't, they're struggling with the garden because of pests and stuff like that. And, you know, if somebody feels they have to use a little bit of pesticide or something to, not neonics, okay, a little bit of pesticide to do, so they actually manage to grow something, I don't have a problem with that, because I'd rather somebody grow something in their garden than buy food that's ended up in a supermarket that's probably, you know, travelled halfway around the blooming world before it gets to them. That, to me, makes no logical sense whatsoever. And the tiny amount that domestic gardeners use is negligible. It's hardly anything. Just don't use neonics. It's probably banned in most countries anyway. Well, in the EU anyway. Yeah, I'm not a lover of it. If the farmers are the ones, I suppose we need to be taking a little bit more care, should be taking a bit more care because of the volume they use. Yeah, there you go. I think I'm getting there. They feel down so smooth. I'm looking for lumps, you know, the obvious lumps I can feel on my skin as I run them down, run my hands down. Some of it's in the grain. I'm not too worried about that. That'll provide texture, you see. Texture. Not my beard, that provides texture, you know. Never had a beard before. Only grew it this year. Yeah, I look like Santa or a dwarf, apparently. Someone asked me in the comments, you know, where's your fishing rod? If it was a gnome. Oh, I'm rubbing my wood. Oh, crikey, saucy. Well, there you go. Just making sure I get as much as I possibly can and it feels nice on the hands. So I don't, yeah, oh, just like massage that. It's just, yeah, I suppose it looks like something else. It could be something else, but depends what you're into, I suppose. Oh no, that's a different channel. Blimey. So, that's okay. It's going to take 2 or 3 coats, I reckon, to get this looking good. The first coat is going to look a bit shit. That's my French. Bit of sanding. And I'll do the arises then as well. I need to screw a couple of bits of wood on it so I can handle my wood. Got to be able to handle your wood, you know, otherwise you'll risk a touch in the paint. So I'm going to screw a bit of wood onto the top. So I've got some handles, effectively, to manhandle the wood. Then, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. I might even put some atop, you know, on the bottom here, like a shelf. Make it more useful. Get in there. There goes my compressor. My compressor's next door. Got a big old compressor next door. This is a series of 3 barns, you see. It's good, good, good. Now, originally the top was screwed on with these little holes there, you see. That's a really bad idea because you're not allowed for expansion and contraction, so I might use buttons. It's only a small top, so is that really necessary? Maybe, maybe not. Or we could elongate the holes so there's a bit of movement in the top. Because otherwise you're going to end up with a situation where it's going to, well, potentially crack the top. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay, that's good. What's that going on there? What's that? What's that? Got a flat in the top as well. That needs to be done. That needs to be done. Okay. Might even do that on. Ooh. Well, they're in line. Okay. That side is not in line. Hang on, what's going on there? Might have to level it up as well. There's a little bit of rock in it. But I'm not worried at the moment. I'm going to get the first coat on. Just so we can progress. Got to be able to progress, you see. Yeah, not digress, no, progress. That's what we want. We want progress. Right. We need 1 bit of wood pinned on the top like that. I might put a screw in it, I don't know. I've got another bit I just dropped on the floor. And that's just so we can handle it, yeah. So I can handle my wood. On there like that, alright? So that's all that's for, just so I can something I can grab hold of and move the thing about. So let's use the airline and the air draw. Right. Line up. On there. Get a couple of little screws. Oh, I need a screwdriver. God, this place is in such a mess at the minute. I hate it when it's like that. I tend to stumble over stuff. What's going on in the chat? Hello, Career Library. How did you strip the coatings off the wood? Okay, well, multiple processes. A bit of heat. Okay, but I started off stripping it with some paint strip. I don't like using this stuff, but sometimes you have to. So yeah, I used the paint stripper to start with, and then I clean it the best I can. I applied a little bit more into these areas here where it's been a bit stubborn, and I used a wire brush and a small scraper, and it was tedious. I'll be absolutely honest with you, it was tedious, especially now barley twist and these turnings at the top and the bottom of the barley twist. But you know, it's been painted, you see, and it's just not ideal, is it? You know, people do these things and don't think about what about the future, you know. This was probably painted in the 50s. The table's probably quite old. It's not the only one we've got. I've got 2 of these tables. The other one's is longer. And I put an oak top on it. No, the oak top, sorry, already had a good oak top on it. That was original. But I put an oak shelf on it. And cleaned it up and varnished it. I just put like several coats of shellac-based varnish on there, and it's really nice. I've had it for years, and it's useful. Oh, there's another screwdriver bit gone. That's buggered. Never mind. There you go. So now I've got something to hold, but also when I paint it, I've now got clearance underneath. so I'm less likely to pick up crap from the actual bench. And then also, as I paint it, I'm going to do it on there. Right, so I can get it out of my way once we've done it, and I'll get on with the top then, you see. Oh, hang on, these arrowers, what are they like? All a bit sharp. Let's just sand them. Oh, I can see here, I didn't realise I did this. On this one here, I've actually had to splice a piece of wood in across this corner. So that, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a slight difference in tone with that piece of wood, from that piece there to there. That's actually been spliced in. So, yeah, I imagine I had to split it. It wasn't in very good condition. And didn't have a top on it when I got it, so that's not very ideal, is it? You need a top on it, otherwise things fall through it. And it's only the first coat I'm going on. It's not square though. I don't know how that happens. It's really not square. But I don't care. I don't know if there was anything on the bottom here. I know sometimes a bit of raffia or something, you know, where there's been sort of like a weave on there. I've seen that before. Look at that. I don't think it's ever had that though. No. I'll tell you one of the problems with this blooming beard though, is dust masks. Dust masks are a flippin' nightmare with beards. We need a a dust mask designed for use with with a beard. It don't fit. You can't, no, it's terrible. Look how awful it is. Put that out of the way. Drill, that is. Okay, what's going on in the chat? Let's have a look. All right. Is it a table? Is it a chair? No, it's an aeroplane. It's a table. It's a little type of table. What kind of wood is it made out of? It is made out of oak. This is oak. And that's why places where I've put little dowels in, but originally had nails in there, okay, to hold the ends of the tendons. Really bad idea using nails to hold tendons, because they pull through the wood, you know, through the ingredient, because the nail's skinny, isn't it? So I've put little dowels in now. They're only little 6 mils. But you see that black there? That's effectively because the iron from the nail is reacted with the tannins in the wood, and it's created this blackness there. And that is effectively the technique we're going to be using on the top to make the top black. Yeah. So I'm not trying to restore it. I'm just I try to make it look cooler. All right. So it's going to be grey legs, black top, but ebonized black top, not painted black, because that looks diabolical. Well, I've got a bottle of water here. I'm about to knock over. So put that over there. Right, is it a chair? Is it a plane? No, it's a table. Oh, chair. Hey, Mad Monk, hello, buddy. Thank you, my friend, for doing that. How did I strip it? I'd used chemical stripper, a bit of wire wool, wire brushes, scrapers, God knows what else. It was just a nightmare. Hi, Mark. Not sure if I said in the 80s. I know you did. Didn't you still work with chairs and stuff? Green IB. I think that's right. You did. Yeah, you told me before, I think. Yeah, I think you made furniture. A friend of mine, who's passed away now, poor old Bruce, he lives in France, and he used to design furniture. He's had articles published in Fine Woodworking and what have you as well. And brilliant carpenter, wasn't he? Really was, although his staircase was awful. But there you go. That isn't what he used to make. He used to design chairs. He was a chair designer. So these days, I suppose they just do it on the computer now, don't they? But the chair designs of his ilk, they would have to make the chair. They'd actually make it, and that was part of the process of the design process. So anyway, let's get this. What's this paint like? Well, you ain't looked at the paint. No, there's only a tin. I put paint in. Yeah, that's not what that is. I need a stick. Let me find a stick. Stick, where are you? Where's one? Oh, what might do? I'm not going to need a lot of paint. And also I'm going to need a bit of white spirit, because I'm actually going to dilute the paint down. First coat, always dilute it down a little bit. so it soaks in a bit more. And especially considering it's been painted before, it's probably the surface is probably a bit sealed. So, but apart from where I've been, that's right. Phew. I thought it was goo, but I just poked through it and it's actually pouring out. So that's a good sign. That is a good sign. My pot is clean. My little mini kettle. Right, there we go. I'm not going to break through all that stuff or take the skin off the top because it's protecting the paint from going off. So I'm just going to put in there what I need. How much down there? Not really a lot, will it? And this is normal-based paint, so it will take a while to dry. You know. I think if I remember right, this is a it's a Blake's undercoat. It's not go on paint. This was this was Blake's from the old boating when I was doing boat building. My old man. And just pouring that in there to get enough into there to do the job. I don't want to put too much in there. Only what I need. Lumps are coming out. That's a good sign. Not. It's like me or lumpy. Blimey. There you go. Joe Lefty probably knows what I'm talking about when I talk about Blake's paints. It's a marine paint brand. You got Blake's and you got International as well. Okay, so I've got a brush here as well. Okay. The older. Right, so let's try and. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to put in about no more than 10% white spirit. Turpentine's better if you get hold of it and if you can afford it. But this is just literally white spirit. Well, they say, actually, it's turpentine. They call that one turpentine. Okay, if that's proper turpentine, I'll be surprised. There we go. How's that doing? Need to be fit. So it's quite a lot thinner. A lot thinner. Because I only want a bit of thin coat on the first coat. Make sure it's mixed. Maybe a little bit more. Touch tiny mate. There you go. I've only got about 30 ml of paint in the bottom of this 1 litre container. It should be enough to get a coat on there. Now, I'm going to be painting all the internal surfaces first because I don't want to. I don't want to put my arms inside when I paint all the outside. One thing, I get touching it, and also the other thing is I'll get paint on myself. And that would be really, really annoying. That it would, yeah. Right. Anyway, there we go. Start with the internal surfaces first. You could argue you don't need to do the bottom surfaces because no one's going to see it, but you know, what the hell. So, this is a French brush, and I hate French brushes, but because I'm using oil-based paint, I don't want to potentially damage my Hamilton's Perfection brushes, which are really nice brushes. I had them years, but cleaning them out can be a pain in the neck. So this brush isn't too bad. For a nylon bristled brush isn't too bad. It's basically a sash brush. It's a round one, yeah. And it's quite. The reason why I chose it red is because of the round of these barley twist. So okay, I'm not trying to cake the paint. I just want to get a coat. So many people, they put too much paint on in one hit. They wonder why it all dribbles and builds up in all the corners and the arises. And it's like people who clean just with a rag and not a brush. And they wonder why all the muck just gets pushed into the corners. You know, doesn't make a lot of sense to me. You know, you need both. Tamp the sides, get it on the brush, get it on the work, and then we brush away and brush it out. So the whole point is we get into all the nooks and crannies first, and then we finish our strokes. How many people know how to paint a panel door? Oh, you know, like a 4-panel or a 6-panel or an 8-panel colonial door. You know, who knows how to paint them properly? Not many people these days, from what I can see. I'll tell you. Oh, blimey. Like, it makes me cry, it does, when I see people painting their doors. And I think, well, my giddy aunt, that's not how you do it. You know, if you're spraying, well, it don't really matter. You can just get it all in one hit. But using a brush, you basically got to think about cutting the ends of your strokes off, you know, with the brush. And it just finishes everything off. It just makes a nice job. I've seen so-called professional painters make a right hash of it. I think there's videos on this channel, the order on how to paint a panel door. I think it's going to look cool grey anyway. If I get enough coats on there. This is a bit light, this grey though. I might have the next grey I choose. It might be a little bit dark. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I think this is going to be a bit on the light side. But anyway, it's a primer coat anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, there you go. Do all the internal surfaces first. That you do. Because what you don't want to do is put your arm in, do you? Like I said a moment ago. No, because you'll get all paint on yourself. So do that first. Oh, crikey. Oh, have I missed something? There we come. In the furniture factory, all the pieces were screwed to skids and they were slid across the floor. That's a good idea. I don't know if my floors are as big as the factories. Right. You just got to think ahead. You know, when you do anything like this, just think ahead. Just think what you're going to be doing and what can you do to prevent a disaster, you know? Too many people do silly things, you see, because they haven't necessarily given it any thought before they started. It's just one of them things, isn't it, you know? Oh, crikey, what was it? You know, get my worms out in a minute. In the UK, we've got a bit of an issue, all right? Like I'm in France, you know, we have problems here, you know, regarding getting skilled labour. And not as, you know, as tragic as the UK at the moment because of a certain political situation. But you see, we haven't got the skilled labour in the UK anymore. And what I consider skilled labour isn't necessarily what is actually required anymore. The carpentry, for instance, or menuisier, whatever, you know, cabinet making. These are skills that don't seem to be needed to the degree as as they once were. And unfortunately, we've got a situation where we've got a load of companies that can't actually get the workers, whether it be highly skilled workers or just somebody who, I don't know, sticks on a TDA truss roof, you know, Trades Development Association roof. And how many people out there actually really carpenters and roofers? How many of them really know how to cut a roof properly? They're a dying breed, you know. Because these days everything is done, well, cheaply, quickly, done in a way that is made it unnecessary to have highly skilled individuals doing the work. And I think it's a crying shame. That's one of the reasons I'm not that keen on these pocket hole screws. You know, I think they're overused. They seem to be used for building everything now. It's mad. You know, but what happens when these skills are lost? They'll be gone forever because there'll be no one to teach them. Like cavemen and women. Might still get sexist. Cavemen and women, don't forget that. Cave people. Do that, that's even better. Cave people, cave persons. So it's one of the reasons why I do this channel. I've actually said this before, actually, is because I've been woodworking all my life and various other skills as well. You know, I'm qualified as an electrician, also qualified. There we go. As a plumber and bricklayer. I've been in and out of college all my life, you know, and also working the tools. Basically, I followed the money, you know. Because sometimes you can make more money as a plumber, sometimes make more money as an electrician, sometimes make more money. Well, actually, no. You never made more money as a carpenter joiner. No, you just didn't. But, you know, I just enjoyed it. It's just one of the things, isn't it? You know. I work in the old tools, you see. The thing is, people don't want to do that kind of work anymore because I suppose it's hard work. I don't blame them. I don't advise anyone actually getting into it, to be honest. I get it to actually, you know, have a bit of fun and what have you. Enjoy the process. You know, doing a bit of woodwork and that. It's lovely, you know. I enjoy it. I enjoy woodworking. But we don't want the pressure of it being, working in a factory or something like that. No, it's not for me. That's not what I want to do. And plus, I don't think I'm going to manage it these days anyway. I'm not very... I've got carpal tunnel syndrome and fibromyalgia. It's just, you know, I'm falling apart. I don't think I'd manage that environment. And I'm fat. Yes, I'm a fat gnome with a beard. Yeah, that's what I am. Yeah, apparently so. Why do people leave those sort of comments? I'll never know. A bit too long on the tooth to care, to be honest. Yes, I'm slapping my wood, I am, yeah, with my brush to get the paint on, and I just stroke it out. Yeah, got to do that, you know. So we're just going to get one coat on this and put to one side, and then we'll have a play with the top. See what we can do with that. Yeah, you know, if I, like I mentioned earlier, if I was to do a proper job of this, I'd be splashing paint on myself. I'd be cutting those legs off, cutting the feet off. Find the best one, pattern it, and then cut them off and actually turn new ones. Because this one's a bit a bit gnarly. That one is, as you can see, you know, a bit gnarly. Right. Yeah, I've done quite a bit of Ebonizing, and what I start with vinegar. Yes, you've got to have your vinegar, just white vinegar. Don't actually matter what colour vinegar it is, actually, it could be any colour, but generally speaking, you use white vinegar, and use wire wool, not the stuff with the soap one. Ideally, no, you just want the wire. The cabinet makes wire wool or something like that, 00 grade, any grade, actually, don't really matter, and you dissolve that in the vinegar. That you do. And it creates this iron acetate, iron acetate or iron sulfate, I can't remember. That'd be acetate, iron acetate, I think it is. And that reacts with the tannins, and then they go black. Just like if you put like an old iron nail in a piece of oak, like this is oak, it will turn black. So that's just one of the things, isn't it? You know, one of them things, little tricks. Ew, I'm getting paint on my hands. Oh, wipe it off. Blimey. Oh, crike, I'm so messy. A friend of mine used to call me Messy Marcus. Yeah. It was a carpenter's job. Actually, boat builder, actually. Then he went, during a recession, he went to work for 0.5 windows, fitting windows and conservatories and stuff. He never went back into boat building. Old David Chaplin, he's dead now, poor bugger. He just keeled over. He's actually installing a conservatory in Cornwall, and he just keeled over and died on the spot. You never know when your time comes. No, you don't. David Chapman, he's a funny guy, he was. Oh, I love that man. He was such a character. He was quite religious, but he was just funny. He was just funny, prankster. Yeah, got on really well with him. He's my cup of tea, he was. David Chapman. He was basically my dad's old business partner, who was, on the boat, in the old boat yards. But he left the old boat yards because the work had put it very reliable. It wasn't a very reliable source of income. So he decided to stay put. He's earning good money. Helen, his wife, was happier. So that's what they did. Highly skilled man, though. Although, I have to admit, he also was a bit of a, how to put it, if he made a mistake, instead of like starting again or what have you, he'll jump through hoops to try and actually hide the mistake. That's what you do. I missed a bit there. Yeah, it literally jumped through hoops just to try and hide the mistake. I thought I'll just start again and been quicker. But it was quite funny. But he used to call me Messy Marcus. He did. That's what he used to call me to his little daughter, Cassie. And I used to be a really messy worker, especially when doing the old electrical work. Going there. That's what I was doing for him in his house, helping him out, whatever. Because I was 17th edition electrician at the time, and drill holes everywhere. Not sort of electrical work, yeah, everywhere, aren't you? Not in the same place twice. You just because you're feeding cables from one room to the next. So yeah, I got nicknamed Messy Marcus. So there you go. Now getting close to doing the barley twists. Yes. You've got to get the paint out so you can flow it. Get the paint out of the brush on it, that's what I mean. Oh, I'm losing my voice already. A bit tired today, to be honest. I've got fibromyalgia and it really knocks me for six, it does. Some days I'm okay, and other days I'm a bit sluggish. Go down there, down to there, that's good. Oh, got a bit of grit in it. There you go, that's gone. There was a bit of dirt in the paint, there was. That will not do. Now, what I'll do is, once this is dry, I'll have a look for any little holes that need to be plugged or got rid of. Now, I can at this stage. I could twist this because I've got paint on the barley. Twist. Oh, crikey! It's not doing dust out. Ain't very helpful, is it? I hit the chain above my head. Oh, no, I've got a chain above my head. No, it's got nothing to do with that kind of. No, it doesn't. No, it's not for that. Okay. No, so I can lift heavy things onto my bench. That's what it's for. So this is basically just a primer coat. I'll give me something to titillate, so I can see any imperfections that I want to deal with. I might say, well, that's good enough, I'll do. Or I might say, no, I'll do a little bit more with that. We'll see. What I don't want is loads of runs. That's what I don't want. So I always brush out everything. You've got to get the paint on as quick as you can, but then you've got to brush it out. You can't just, that'll do, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's just a mess. And a bit of oil-based paint, if you've got like build-up of paint in all the nooks and crannies because you've gone had overzealous with it, you'll have a situation that you'll have paint that's going to take a long while to go off because it's obviously not, it's thick, it's too thick. So bring that across there like so. We're getting there. Not taking too long. I don't think it is anyway. I haven't done the barley twist yet. I think I'm gonna that's gonna look pretty cool. I wonder if I could actually do a design in it. No, it won't work. Not if I'm going to use it. Not if I'm going to ebonize because it'll be black with ebonizing. Well, I think it's about using the laser and actually putting a pattern in the top. But then I don't think it's going to work. You will see it basically. Right, then you come. There you go. There we go. Painting across stop. Had a run there. Got to get rid of the runs. Keep an eye on your runs. All right. Right down across here. Now, if you think you've put too much paint on, just grab that paint and put it elsewhere. Move it about. That's what you got to do. Just move it about. I don't do so much painting these days. A lot of time, or varnishing. A lot of time I go for natural finishes like oils. You just wipe on, don't you? It's not quite so labour intensive. All right. Oh, hang on. I've got to do the top now, haven't I? Crikey, I forgot about that. Missed a bit. La 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 la. Love me tender, love me true. I can't remember the words. Sorry. Right, there we go. Oh, my mother, my late mother, cause she loved the old movies and the old musicals and stuff like that. And me and my dad would be sitting in the lounge, just looking at each other. What the hell next? You know, we could hear her humming. And she sounded really happy. You know, oh my god, it's funny. Yeah, she was a character. Now my mother was born in India, and my mum, father was Welsh, not Welsh, Irish. Sorry, I believe. Don't know too much about him actually. I think he was Irish, and his name was Thomas, so I wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah, they came over in a boat from India. I think that's 50s or 60s. I did know the name of the boat, but I can't remember now. It's not Windrush or anything like that, you know, because obviously it's not from the Caribbean. But now you could paint this really and just do it in two colours, one on top of the other, and then cut one back slightly, so you make it a little bit more retro, sort of a bit of relief, you know, to expose some of the other colours underneath. Depends what you're into, I suppose. I'm not into that. Well, to actually tell a lie, I am sometimes. Depends what it is. I don't think it look very good on there, to be honest. I'm sorry, that's not what I want. At the moment, I just need to get the thing out of my way. So that's why I'm doing it, you know. And also the missus keeps saying, "Why is that doing this still? Are you ever going to get that done?" Her indoors. No, she's actually pretty good, actually. Caroline, she's a good girl. Kind soul. Puts up with me, so she can't be that bad. Poor thing. Yeah. No counting for taste, eh? Right, there you go. A little more down there. I suppose you could do the barley twist legs in a different colour if you wanted to, couldn't you? You know, for a bit of fun. You know, could be a plan. Maybe, I don't know. I'll give it some thought. I would like to actually kept it original, but it had that white paint on for such a long time. It's all ingrained in it, and then it's got the horrible brown stain on it, and it's like, you never make it look good. You know, it's always going to look a little bit lumpy. Oh, put too much on there. So I'll borrow that and take it down there. Oh, insides first. Don't forget, Marcus. Do the insides first. That's like you did, you know, get paint on yourself if you do that. I'm slapping my wood, I am. Slapping my wood. Now, although it is a warm day, it has, well, it's not too bad. It's quite humid, so the paint is not going to go off that quickly. No. So you can pretty much do more than one leg at a time if you want. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go, there we go. Oh, that's going on nicely. So I'm not going to go up and down like that. I'm actually want to follow the barley twist within reason. And like so. And then round on this way. As soon as you try and go up and down, what you do is you'll take the paint off all the highs. That's better. This is only the first coat. Alright, so steal a bit more off there, because I put too much on there, you see. Yeah, you got to be careful. You don't want to put too much paint on it each time. Because it'll just, like I say, they'll just get all caked up with paint, and those areas won't dry very quickly. So it will need sanding, obviously, and we'll, take it back a little bit. But I'm not going to go mad with it. I just want it to look nice, nice-ish. Depends what you consider as nice, really, isn't it, I suppose? It's a beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah. Oh, I'm so beautiful. Oh, that I am. Oh, crikey. Right, so. Just get it on there like that, and then I'll just brush it around that way, like so. Oh my god, I don't know if has anyone on here seen my video? My daft one where it starts with a lady with biggie boobies. Yes, the big the Madonna with the biggie boobies, pushing a piece of wood through the table saw. And then I come on. I've on the top, just sticky tape on my nipples. And I'm pushing a bit of wood for the table saw, showing all my gut and stuff. All hairy, fat, hairy man. Yeah, anyway, that's on still for 300,000 views now. I'll just keep telling myself that means that over 300,000 people have seen my nipples covered in tape. I thought that's quite funny. I do. I think that's hilarious. Blimey. Well, how many people didn't expect that? There we go. It's looking good. Like so, like so, like so. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Right. Don't keep an eye on any potential runs, because obviously I've thinned the paint right down, so you are at risk of runs. So you need to make sure you keep your eye on the ball. Keep an eye for any nasty business going on. So now this live format, I was thinking about because one of the problems is I can't finish a project in the time of a live generally, can you? So I thought, hang on, why don't we just do a little bit of the project each time, and maybe do a different project, in that live stream, and then move on to something else, and then the following live stream, or when we're ready, we can then actually do a bit of that project. So just keep, doing a multitude of tasks instead of just trying to do one task. Okay, that's good. There we go. Oh, that's nice. All right, follow it around. Okay, looking good. Have I got it? Have I got everywhere? Ooh, missed a little bit of here. No, we can't see it. Good. I missed it. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Oh, crikey, I missed another bit. Yes, a whopping great bit. It's called virtually half of it. There it is. I know we're not restoring it as such, but it gives it at least life again, and it gets used. It's got to be better than actually. If it was a case of this, or actually buying another piece of furniture, unless you're going to be buying something decent. This is outlive it anyway. So it's really hard to get decent furniture these days. They're all put together as pocket screws. Oh dear. Oh my god, there's a woodworking channel called called Sorinery or Sorini or something. Anyway, Saw Winery. I don't know. Basically, this guy. I quite like the guy, but crikey, he had some really bad ideas. I mean, safety wise. Oh, I saw one video. He cut through his wrist. And the problem is, you see, the problem is, he's growing quite fast as a channel, and people, regarding subscribers and the amount of views he's getting, so people watching this, I thought, crikey, he's showing you it wrong. And he says he's had 50 years experience. I asked myself, 50 years of what? What have you done? My biggest worry is the fact is people want to follow that sort of stuff. It's fine. It don't bother me at all. But it's the health and safety side of things and giving people the wrong information. He's getting on a bit, he's getting on a bit, so he's... The other thing about it is, you see, if you've been working on the tools for 50 odd years, you're going to have, like me, I've got masses of tools, old hand tools and stuff like that I do use regularly. These are like life tools, stuff you've bought over a very long period of time, and along with the skills. But a lot of his tools that he's got are stuff that he's bought recently. And the stuff that he has got is old. Doesn't look like something that gets used. It's there to just look pretty on the wall and behind him. It looks a bit daft. I don't feel very sincere. So I'm just wondering if the guy is actually, I wonder what his woodworking acumen is. When I watch him work and how he handles that plane, I have my doubts. I really do. The problem is, you see, these people are dangerous. They really are. Just like people who use pocket hole screws. Right, I need to get this out of the way now, but you see, I've got little handles I put on here, so I can just plonk this out of the way if I want to, or I could just lift this. If I lift this, the likelihood I'm going to tip it off. I'm better hanging from the top, so I'm going to take that over there, and we're going to put this over here. I think I've got everything on it, and I'm actually going to put it outside, okay? Hopefully the bugs don't decide to jump on it, but that don't really matter. You see, it's warm out here. Yeah, we'll put it there, that'll do. That could be going off, be drying, while we actually decide what we're going to do with this top. Because I don't really know yet, to be honest. And I've got grey paint all over my bench. What could I do about that? That was a bit silly idea, wasn't it? Got little spots of grey paint. See that big black splodge on my bench there? That's where I was trying to sort out the diesel pump for my camper. Yeah, I don't think it's salvageable, so I need a new one. It's flattened off. Not any blobs. The blobs of paint. This top here is literally chipboard, right? It's this green chipboard, hydrofuge. And all I do every so often, with a dust mask on, I sand the whole thing off. This bench is flat, right? It is pretty much perfect flat. I put all furring pieces in and stuff like that when I put this newer top on. It's been on about 4 or 5 years, to be fair. And all I'll do is next time I want to put a new top on this, I'll do exactly, well, actually more 4 or 5, probably on about 6 years, I think. I'll do exactly the same thing again. I'll either add to it and bring everything up, because that much height doesn't make any difference to anybody, is it? But it's stiffen it up, you see. Or I might just get a thinner piece of plywood, like a piece of 6mm, 5mm ply, and put that, bond it down to it, and use that as a new top. But you see, I do all sorts of stuff on this. It's not just woodworking. Unfortunately, I've now got this big oil stain, solvent stain there. But that'll fade, that'll disappear. Sand it a few times. You won't know, honest. Anyway, we've got a top, all right, which has been sitting around. It's been getting a little bit wet. It's got little water stains on it. You see, yeah. And that is oak, and we glued that up in the previous live stream. Hello, Joel. Hope you're well. Is there a Norfolk accent? Yes, Joel knows. Yeah, he knows. I'm from Norfolk. I am. I lived in Sallows for many years with my dear wife, and brought the kids there and stuff like that. But I was born in Norwich, just outside Norwich, in Fort St Andrews. So, yeah. Sallows is a nice village, though. North Broads and all that. But like anything, it's deteriorated. That's right, that'll do. A little bit of a rocket, not much. I'll pull it down with big screws, that's what I do from the top. 4-inch, I'll do it. Yeah. That's a little bit on the fine side to start with. Let's find a... I've got one. Wrong drawer. Alright, let's use a 180 maybe to start with. Yeah, 180 grit. That'll do us. tell you what I'm going to get. I've got my rubber mats. I do like me rubber, yes, and my little rubber ball. It's only on Fridays. You know how it is. Oh, joy. I just put this on top of my sand and it just started moving. There you go. Operating. There you go, that's better. I love air sanders. Do you know why? Because they're good. No, I like air sanders because the dust don't fly up in the air like it does with an electric sander with the fans inside, you see. It literally just leaves the dust on the workpiece. And where that's good is you can go off with a dust bus and collect all that dust and you can use it to make your filler. Not with PVA glue, that. The Cascamite powdered resin wood glue for your filler. It just works. That'll do for now. Now, I need a bit of moulding on it, but I'm not sure. I'm thinking about just. I don't want around the corners. I want around just a touch, you know, but I'm not going to do that with a with the route or anything like that. I don't want round around it. I want this square. So but I'm thinking about putting a chamfer on the bottom edge and a slight round over on the top edge because I'm doing a fairly kind of like would it be retro? I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be black. The top is once we get that far. So once we get to that stage, we'll yeah, Ebonizing, so I'll be using a fluid that I've created for that. Yes, not that kind of fluid, no. So I'm not going to round the corners over at this stage. Or do I just a touch? Do I just very gently go? I think I'll put a tiny round on, no more than 10 mil. What can I use for that? Well, I need to draw around something to do that. Oh, can I just drop things on the floor? That's not such a good idea. No. Okay, so I need something round. Oh, hang on, that might be about right. It's not 10 mils, about 25 mil-ish. How's that look? That's all right. That's what we use. I'm using a lighter. I'll draw around my lighter. Now you can make little jigs for this to go with your router, and you can trim it with a following route a bit, you know, pattern cutter. But I'm just going to do this manually. There we go. Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Now, if you weren't looking, I'd probably use a sander, just sand it around, but there'd be dust everywhere. But you're looking, aren't you? You're watching. So I'm probably just going to do it with eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Could do it with that sander. That might be a plan. Of course, discount. Because it doesn't make a lot of dust. Yeah, I'll do it. That should do it. Right, I'm going to raise this up though. So I'm going to use my block that I've got here. Stick it on there temporarily. So I've got the edge overhanging. Yeah, because then I can actually just work the edge with hanging over the edge and just sand the edge. Will it work? I don't use sander. That's doing it. Oh, I'm just dropping things now behind me. The last one, oh, it is. The nice thing about these sanders is that they're really easy to control. You know, they don't kind of go off all over the place. It's really good. Now this particular one was is a replacement, as cause the first one failed. This is by Wallybois. It's only a cheapy one. Obviously, you can afford a Merca, get a Merca, but it can be quite pricey. Yeah, that'll do it. Not too worried about the bottom edge because it's going to be taken off with the router. So anyway, we took the arrows off. Right, before we clean that up, I want to take my put my chamfer around the bottom edge, and then I'll tie round over around the top edge. I suppose it makes sense to bring the flipping router here rather than sit at the router table. To be honest, it'd be better anyway. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Right, I need that one probably for the top. And then, oh, I'll use this one. Yes! We're going to use my Makita router for the chamfer. I'm just going to remove the chamfer bit out of my, yeah, I need this bit. So I've got to take a bit out of there. That I have. This is a Triton. It's Triton or Titan? Titan or Triton? I can't remember now. Titan. It's a Titan router in here. The orange ones. They're really good. And it's nice because it's got the undo that. Yes, I'm done. Good. You can actually just wind up and down. That's it. There you go. Right, so you don't need a router lift with them, which is pretty cool. I just need to release the Kraken. Now, the thing I don't like about this router, or most routers, is the span arrangement. I like what I got in my Makita. I'll show you in a minute, but it's the Allen key arrangement on the collar, on the chuck. That's what I need. I need that one. Yeah, I do. I don't know how sharp it is. I think it is that sharp actually. Oh, it's not brilliantly sharp. It's not too bad though. So I'm going to use this one on the back edge. That's what I'm thinking. And the other one on the top edge. First of all, oh, I see. Oh, blimey. Let's tighten that up. Should release that. Now I can access the Allen key. Yeah, I've got the Allen machine screw in there. It's an aftermarket chuck form. It's just so much easier, you know. Worked really well. Can't remember how much it cost, but it was a while ago now. I've had this router a very, very long time. It is a Makita 3612C, and it's a good tool. As you can see, it used to have an English plug on there. It's got a French plug now. Right, I'm doing a couple of passes until I'm sort of like happy that I'm, yeah, like, oh, that'll do. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all technical stuff. Yes, so bring it down. I'll go part way first, right there. Lock that off. So I set the turret. There you go. I think that's about right for the first pass, yeah. But using your arrow, you've got to make, if it's going that way, alright, you come towards you, alright? If you're on the left hand side of your work, oh my god, let's move this paint out of the way in the brush. It's going to get covered in sawdust. That was close, that it was. I don't know if it's going to be deep enough yet, I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, it's my dear wife. That's the little top for the little blue, grey table that legs up outside. I painted them. I put paint on them. And we're just sort of deciding what we're going to do with the top. I'm going to ebonize that. So it's going to be black. This is my dear wife. This is Caroline.
Well, I just come to say.
She's a humanoid.
I just came to say food would be about 20 minutes.
Okay, well, I don't want to do that.
Does that work?
I don't want to do that because once I've got the ebonizing stage,
Chicken
that'll
and
be it.
mushroom pie.
Oh, was it going to be homemade chicken and mushroom pie?
Of course it is.
You're going to make it?
I have made.
You were like one of them real women. Don't take my drink. There's still drink in it. Just
Real
about.
women? What real
You're like a
women?
real woman. You make things out of real food, don't you?
Well, I did.
Yeah, I know.
Cooked the chicken and then I fried the onions and mushrooms and
Did
garlic.
you wring the chicken's neck as well? Did you chase it?
No.
Or did you get it from a shop?
No, we got it from a
I
shop.
thought you were a real woman. Well.
And I made my own pastry.
Oh, you made your own pastry? You always make your own pastry. No roll-out crap. No. I don't get that. So easy to make pastry. Why would you do it? 20 minutes. All right. Oh, correct. All right, now I'm on. And a deadline now. Yes, that deadline. 20 minutes. So we need to get that. Actually, I think that's probably enough. Because obviously we'll take that out. I'll tell you what, let's round the top up first. Do that top edge with this little palm row. This is a little katsu palm row. Now I paid 30 quid for this, all right? And it's, I'm very surprised how good it's been. You know, it's been a great little router. Although somebody said, when I was in a video I did about this router, they said, well, mine only lasted a month. And it blew up. Don't know what you do with it, because I've had this years now. Yeah, it hasn't got no soft start or anything like that. It's not very refined. I'd rather have the DeWalt. But this is actually, for a cheap tool, they're about 60 quid now. They used to be, like I say, I paid 30 for it. Now, how's that out? How's the bit? I think the bit looks okay. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So, is it too much? Oh, sod, that'll do. It's not the quietest right either, but it does the job, you know? Well, actually, I think that's probably about right. I'm sanded now, I think. I don't know if it needs more. Or do I leave it at that? It's going to be that way up. No, I think that's it. That'll do. Right, on a deadline now. Take that disc off because that's the one, that's the coarse one. And there should be another disc here somewhere. Oh, it's hiding, it is. Yeah, put the rope on top of it. That's a silly thing to do, isn't it? Right, let's get the airline and get some of this crap out of my way. It's my dust extraction system. Blown tools on the floor now. There you go. Sander on there. Right. 15 minutes left. To be honest, the next stage I'd usually use a hand scraper. There's a little bit of burning there when I squared it up on the old Raging Arms saw. But I ain't got to worry about that because it's going to be Ebonized, so you don't can see it, eh? It's going to be black anyway. If you use an electric stand, it'd be quite hard to hold on. On the corners, I'll do a bit with hand sander. this stage, I don't want to go down any finer than 180 grit. I will be going down to 320, maybe up to 600 on the final sandings, but that'll be after I've ebonized it. I want the fluid to soak in, you see. There we go. Now, if I was doing this to restore it, as in, you know, the legs are all going to be varnished up, all look pretty, I'd probably use an overload moulding on this edge instead of what I've done. But because I'm trying to go a bit more sort of like alternative, sort of retro, I don't know what you like to call it, but yeah, more modern with a black top and what have you. Just making an old table into something that will get used and looks, hopefully looks something. We'll see. It might look like shit, might it? Let's get in there. Work that one there, I think. That's good. Yeah. Right. I think we're almost ready to ebonize. And it's really cool. I love ebonizing stuff because it is really, really cool. But what I will do is I need something underneath it. Otherwise, I've got a risk of potentially transferring onto something I don't want to turn black. Yeah, so I've got to have to be a little bit careful. So I don't want it on these mats because I use these mats for other projects. I don't want to transfer the solution. There we go. Have your solution, yes. Hopefully I've got enough in there. Is there enough in there mixed up? Yeah, probably. Right, in here we have iron filings. I've got all iron filings in that tub there, right? Yeah, got me iron filings. But also, I've got in here, well, it's iron filings and vinegar. That's all it is. Yeah, or you can use wire wool. Either way, it will do the job. It will turn it. The first stage of it, it'll go black. It'll look a bit like rusty, not a ready colour. It will. So let's find something to put on there, so I don't end up messing everything up. A bit of cardboard there. Do you know what? I got rid of the cardboard today. I wish I didn't now. I could have used that. Right, there's a bit here left. Yeah, we've been having a bit of a clear out. So let's put a bit of cardboard down. A bit of vinyl would be quite good, wouldn't it? Actually, I've got this here. Is that wide enough? Not quite. But I'll put that under first. Now I need to make sure I do the underneath edge as well while I'm at it. So stick some. Oh, this isn't big enough, but it'll be better than nothing. Oh, quite like I have big old bits of cardboard so I can put them on it. Boom, 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 boom. It don't matter if there's a bit of dust because it's not going to make any blind. No, it's not going to make a blind bit of difference. So, have I got a brush here? Here's one that'll do. That'll do. It's only vinegar after all, and iron filings. So yeah, you think you put vinegar on your fish and chips, and yeah, and yet it'll dissolve iron. Yeah, we do some stupid stuff, don't we? Yeah, on it goes. And can you see it already? Turning already. 5 minutes. It's going black. Okay, look how black it's going.
I think the kids would like that.
I can't see it, darling. Oh, but yeah, I got this is like. I can't see it.
It's a wooden crocodile.
It's a piece of a wooden crocodile or a whole one.
Huge wooden crocodile.
Oh, I see it. Why would we need that?
Oh, no, the kids would love it.
All right, so that's soaking and it's reacting. Can you see that? See how black, sort of the blackness is coming through. And certain areas will react different to others. Add a bit of character. Do 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 do. Carla's looking at me. What the hell are you doing? Do you know what this is, darling? This is vinegar and iron, like iron filings. Or you could use wire wool. So it's like it's iron acetate. I can't remember now. This is like, it's like staining, but it's not. It's reaction. It's the tannins in the wood reacting with the iron, and it turns it black. So this will go darker and darker and darker. The beauty about it is you don't, if you want it black, you don't have this nasty kind of like black paint.
It's not really black, is it?
It'll go darker. It's not there yet. It's changing. Look at the colour of that in black.
I can see some going black, but some are staying very light.
It's lighter, isn't it? There.
That's good.
It adds a bit of interest to it. It's on stripey. I ain't finished yet though. It's going to keep on going. There we go. 5 minute warning. I've got a 5 minute warning. I need to check the chat as well. I haven't done that for a bit, have I? So yeah. There might be a couple of coats on here. But yeah, don't take long. I'll make sure I do the other edge as well, the bottom edge. You know, you don't have to do the whole bottom, you know, just do around the outside edge if you like. But, no one's going to see it, are they? But as long as you do, oh, bugger, let's do all of it. I can't make a mess anyway. It's not the easiest stuff to control. It's like you're painting with water. But in this case, painting with vinegar. Now once it's dry, you then go with a little bit like sand and you wash it off basically, the stuff on the surface, because the residual iron deposits will be left on the surface and it'll be like a rusty colour. But underneath it will go black, and it's going black now, to be fair. You know, some areas more than the others. So don't forget, if you are going to varnish anything, you need to varnish the underneath side of your table, not just the top. Quick little tip for you. Otherwise, it'll go wonky. You don't want a wonky top, do you? I quite like the fact that's actually gone sort of stripy. So I don't want to do it too dry. You need to do it wet enough so I'll carry on reacting. It might need a second dose, it might not. But it'll take a little, 30, 40 minutes. It's probably going to be as far as it'll react as far as it's going to. There you go. Leave it on there like that. I'm not trying to create a finish as in a nice smooth finish with a brush, because there's no point. So it's literally vinegar and iron filings from grinding basically and cutting metal. So I'll allow that to do its thing. So let's check the chat, shall we? That's what we need to do now. We've got to check the chat. Have I got anywhere to plug this into? Anything to hold it? What can I hold you on? Anyway, let's have a look at it. Hello, Givray. What did Liam say? How this fella doesn't have a programme at 8 p.m. BBC on Sunday? I do not know. Oh, I don't know if they want me. I'll tell you, I'm a bit risky. I'm too risky. They wouldn't want me. Oh, blimey, can you imagine it? I'd have to come on, with my mask and tape on my nipples or something. That sort of thing. No, crikey. But yeah, what's happening now? I'm dropping things now. Oh, blimey. Wickedy aunt. Right. Hello, Red John. Hope you're well. Be careful with the singing YouTube. We'll copy strike you and mark your account. Oh, no, don't do it. We're singing YouTube. Oh, blimey. Are you making an end table? No, it's literally like a little side table. It's like it was probably a side stand for maybe like a washstand table, I imagine, being sort of square. But I've actually cleaned off all the old paint off the old table legs, and we're giving it a coat of the first coat of primer, because we're painting it. We're not actually going to because it's painted before. You see, if it wasn't, I'd be varnishing them. And even this top here, which I've now ebonized, that will be varnished, and it's not going to be done like that. No, it's not like oiling with Danish oil or anything like that, in tung oil or whatever you're going to use. I'm going to put 7 coats of varnish on and get a gloss on it, and that takes time. 7 coats you need. 7 coats. Some people do 6. I like 7. Boat building, you see? That's what we do. Boat building. Suppose you use yacht varnish. I don't know. We'll see what we've got. Do. Am I fun to watch? Oh, that's good. I was thinking of that. There we come. Fartrell. Or was it Fartrell? Fartrell? Anyway. Hello there. Oh no, David Cross. How many times? Do you know what? I get David Cross. I get called a gnome. I get called Jack Black. I think I did. I think Mr. Boater. Oh, crikey, Joe left. I think he just called me. She just called me. Oh, crikey, Jack Black. That's it. En français. And then what else is there? There's all sorts. Crikey. Oh, Shmee. Billy Kershaw. Hope you're well. 5-minute warning. Yeah, right. We know you, Wallybois. Says Mad Monk. Hello, Mad Monk. Oh, there goes the 5 minutes. Oh, was it gone already? Is it? Oh, blimey. Dinner for the dogs. Anyway, on that note, I am going to go. Well, I'm actually really hungry, you know. So what we're going to be doing is on the live streams, because I've been struggling. What should I do? All right. So what we're going to do is we'll touch on the project and not necessarily finish it. We'll carry on in the next live stream or future live streams. So we'll keep bringing the project back in so we can get it done. Otherwise, I'm never going to be able to get live. Do you know what I mean? If I'm thinking I'm going to actually finish the project in one live stream, it's for the birds. But I'll tell you what, I'll do what I'll show you. All right. I'm really pleased with my little block plane. There you go. That one there. It's such a lovely little one to use now. I've restored it. It's really nice. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So there you go. Old tools are the best, you know. Like me! I'm an old tool! Anyway, toodaloo. Thanks for watching. And also, thank you, Mad Monk and Curry Library and P. Dollars and whoever else is in there helping with the channel. And people who joined us to watch this mad, crazy person playing with his wood. Toodaloo.